Hello everyone, welcome back to Santa Lucia. This is Cross. Before we get started today, I have a little bit of like a serious update. So basically thanks to the pandemic that's going on, my living situation isn't exactly the best. I'm being pretty much forced out of my house. Like, don't worry about it too much, like I'll be okay. However, I don't know if like how long it'll be until I can make another episode of this. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to like maintain my schedule of making updates every month for like, you know, the updates. So if I'm not able to, I'll like let you know, but I'm just saying a little bit in advance. So hopefully I'll be able to. I mean, if not, tough shit, but if I don't, I just want to say thank you to everyone that's ever watched these, and thanks to Storm Singer Studios. Even if I don't like make the videos off these, I will be playing these off screen, so I'll be able to give them feedback and stuff like that, and just go play Santa Lucia if you're happen to be a fan of this shit. It means a lot. So yeah, I'll be okay, I promise. Like, even if I'm gone for a while, like, I don't plan on, like, outright canceling this. Like, I'll just, like, put it on, like, a little bit of a hiatus. Like, said hiatus shouldn't be longer than, like, a few months, hopefully, so... And, I mean, time passes by pretty quickly, and who knows, like, by the time I do, if I am unable to, like, make stuff for a while, by the time I come back, I mean, there'll be more shit to cover, so, I mean, that's pretty cool. Not, like, it sucks, but there's, like, positives to everything, but... So, there was the new update, and also had, like, an opening video for the game, which I'm not going to, like, put here, but, like, if you are interested in Santa Lucia, I highly recommend you download it and just press new game, because there's a nice little opening video with a little nice music piece there. Very good work there, team. So, now we're gonna go back. I forgot what I said on this branch. So, this was like right where the update had like ended, I believe. So, let's continue, because Russell got done talking stuff about Chris. I'm very curious as to what this is going to lead to. The automatic door closes behind me with a click. Looking down the long hall, I notice most of the rooms on this floor are open. In front of several small groups of students mingle before heading into their class. I slowly make my way to the room listed on my class schedule. Russell wasn't kidding. It's right next to the computer lab. I take a step inside and breathe a sigh of relief when I see two familiar faces. Oh, Bennett, I'm glad you made it. Look, it's him. He's in. Yes, yes. The shepherd stands in front of the chalkboard with his tail wagging. It's surprisingly jarring to see Chris in street clothes. Yep, I'm here. In front row, a dour tiger sits staring down at the phone in his hands. I don't know why they gave us such a big room. There's only 6 of us. He waves for me to come forward. Sit up here with us if you don't mind. Oh, okay, sure. I carefully weave between the desks, still not sure what to expect from all this. Carlos grunts when I decide to take the seat next to him. What, something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. He returns his attention back to his phone. That's quite welcome, dude. So, how's your first day been so far? Oh, fine. It's been fine. I stare out a response. Jeez, Ben, don't let what Russell said get to you. It's just Chris. That's perfect. Glad to hear. I can't wait to start our study sessions. I'll admit I'm a little nervous since this is my first time. That's what she said. Yes, he's in. Huh? Turn around and see the panda strut into the room proudly like a Chad. What's up, guys? Did you miss me, maybe? Carlos shifts in his seat angle so his back is to the entrance. Oh, Brian, it's good to see you. Isn't it? He grabs the desk next to me and drops his backpack on top of it. Sup, Ben? Hey, Brian. Huh? He holds up a hand in the air. Give me a high five, dude. Oh, sorry. My mind went blank for a moment. Of course that's what he was trying to do. Come on, Ben, wake up. Right on. Seemingly satisfied, he leans back into his chair and puts both hands on his desk. Alright, Teach, what's all this about anyway? This is the lab portion of freshman cinema. I know that, duh, I mean, what the heck is it even for? Right. Think of it as a study group of sorts. Studying? Man, who studies shit, am I right? Brian reaches an elbow over and nudges at my side. Brian, we've talked about this. Let him fail then. If he's not going to take this seriously, then he can get out. Carlos's annoyance bubbles over, causing him to put his phone down and turn to face the panda. You heard me. If you do not want to be here, then leave. I never said your actions say everything. You think college is a joke, do you not? Dude, chill. Now, guys, please don't start fighting again. He started it. Brian points a finger at Carlos. You're a child. Carlos gives up, folding his arms and facing forward in his seat. And you have no chill. Brian shrugs his shoulders and smirks. Hello, my lovelies. With impeccable timing, Nate steps through the door. Hope I'm not too late. Oh, thank God. I mean, you're right on time, mate. I was like, oh, thank God. I just had the best improv session with my friends. He runs up to the front row and grabs a seat. How's everyone doing? Oh, just getting things ready for lab. We're doing fine, Nate. Ben, hi! He sits forward and waves at me with a toothy grin. How was lunch? A friend and I got some burgers, nothing special. Every day is special if you want it to be. His eyes practically sparkle when he says that. It would be pretty damn disgusting if he wasn't so cute. I suppose. I turn my attention away from him and focus on what Chris is writing on the chalkboard. Are we starting? No, not yet. It's getting close, though. Where's Karina? He stops writing mid-sentence, leaving a fragment on the board. Lab session 1. What does... Chris looks at the time on his phone. I hope she makes it. Oh, I'm sure she'll be here. It's not like her to be late. I bet she's hanging out with that dragon. Ugh. Suddenly feel a pang of guilt in my stomach. I really should have helped Zach earlier. I guess she likes her boys chubby. I can see the appeal. Damn. Do you ever shut up? Do we even have a single shred of humor, dude? I'm just trying to lighten the mood is all. Your jokes are always at the expense of someone else. That's not true. I make fun of myself all the time. You have so little respect for the opportunities you're given. Okay, guys, no need to make a scene. Whatever. Carlos slumps back in his chair and folds his arms. I can't catch a break today, can I? Brian grabs his backpack and moves to the desk at the other end of the front row. Oh dear. What happened? Chris manages to chime in after all is said and done. Just the usual, everything's fine. That's good. A voice carries into the room from the entrance.
Listen to me, you're gonna be fine. This is my room if you need me, okay?
Okay. A barely audible, timid voice responds to Karina's.
Good luck, Zach. Stay calm for me.
I'll try. Wait, that's Zach? Man, what is Karina up to? She knows he's my roommate, right?
Hey guys, hope I'm not too late.
Hi, Karina. Karina, you made it. Take a seat up here and we can get started.
You got it.
She takes the desk next to me that Brian left earlier. After placing her backpack beneath the seat, she briefly waves at me before turning her attention to Chris. I'm happy to see her, sure, but what is this other feeling in my... Alrighty, now that we're all here, welcome to Freshman Seminar Lab. Woo! Nate raises his arm in the air and cheers. And we let Chris speak. Sorry. I'm glad you're enthusiastic, Nate. Anyway, I know you guys are all wondering what the heck is this is, right? Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, this feels a little unnecessary.
It's my job to make sure you guys stay on track with your studies in the first semester. This lab is part study group, part class, and part fun. That's vague. hate to admit it, but the tiger's right. What do you mean? You said it's a class of sorts, right? What does that entail?
I figured lecture was more than enough.
I get the confusion now. Think of it this way, lecture is where you read the material, and lab is where you work on the assignments. Why can't we do the work on our own time? Yeah, he seems genuinely at a loss for how to respond. I don't know exactly. I think it's part of the initiative to prevent dropouts. We didn't have a lab section when I took this class 2 years ago, so basically you're winging it. They left me with a list of ideas. Sweet. Can we have a vote on what to do? I propose we make our lab our designated nap period. Of course you suggest that. Brian leans forward to glare at Carlos across the room. That won't be necessary. I already have a plan for what we're doing today. Huh? Dr. Shannon should have given you all your first essay assignment, right? Yeah. I let out a soft groan before responding. What better way to start developing good study habits by working on early? My second groan is a lot more pain. Oh, it'll be fun, trust me. Does anyone remember what the topic was?
I wrote it down somewhere.
Something about what we believe a good society is. Good job, Knight, that's correct. Chris returns to the chalkboard and finishes what he was writing. Lab session 1. What does a good society mean? Nothing too formal, but you should still put in the effort. Once you get into the groove of things, doing homework should become second nature. I usually do my best writing before I go to bed. Helps if there's a deadline the next day, too. Alright, I shrug my shoulders. It's only 500 words, it can't be that bad. That really isn't that bad. That's like shit that I had to do in sophomore year of high school. Maybe I had a hard teacher or something, but I don't know, Chief. That's the spirit. Chris returns to the front podium and grabs a few pieces of paper. I prepared some brainstorm sheets this morning for you guys. I know I've always liked group projects, so why don't we turn this into one too? Huh? You'll be able to bounce ideas off each other and get to the core of the assignments. This is so exciting. Chris's infectious enthusiasm radiates from his face as he gets ready to pass out the sheets. Why don't we get into groups of 3 for this? Sure, whatever.
I like the sound of that.
Perfect. Chris walks in front of each of our desks. I can't fucking read today, and hands us a copy. Do we get to choose who we're teaming up with? No, not this time. I don't want you always picking the same partner. I'm going to assign the groups. How will groups of 3 work? There's 5 of us. I'm joining one of them, silly. Oh, it's gonna be one of those sessions, I see. Let's see. His eyes dart between us, most likely analyzing the group combinations. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Brian and Carlos, I think you two could use some time to get to know each other. Pardon? You can't be serious, dude. Oh, but I am. And I'll be joining you two so we can focus on the project instead of My man, I know what you're trying to do, but El Tigre and I go together like water and oil. I probably mispronounced that. I'll learn Spanish one day. El Tigre. No, that's El Tigre. It has to be. I'm dumb. I admit that fully. But we go together like water and oil. Watch your tongue, Panda. This is going to be so much fun. His words sound like sarcasm if they came from anyone other than him.
Suppose it leaves the 3 of us as a group, right?
Uh-huh. Chris nods his head while pulling a loose chair close to Carlos's desk. This works. Brian, we're waiting for you. But I just got comfortable over here. Without another word, I grab my things and take the desk behind Nate's. Karina follows suit long. So, might as well get started, right?
Have you looked at the sheet yet?
She taps a finger on her copy.
You gotta appreciate the effort Chris put in. It's easy to tell you made this from scratch.
Yeesh, you'd think the school would give these guys a little more help running this thing. She shrugs her shoulders and pulls out a pencil from her backpack. Maybe they're just letting mentors run the lab to see how they fit. I suppose. I look over at Chris's group. He sits there smiling and reading out things from the sheet. The other two, however, are doing their best to face away from each other. I don't know what Chris is thinking forcing those two together. The topic is what we believe a good society is, right? Something like that, yeah. Well, would you like to share any ideas? Not really, no. Really? The sides of my mouth curl. What's there to talk about?
Does seem pretty obvious, huh? No killing, no stealing, no rape, no speciesism.
Sure, but how do we structure that into a coherent essay? We can't just list things off, you know. Good point. Why don't we... I nearly jump out of my skin when a loud roar cries out from the other side of the room. Holy shit, you have zero ambition. Why are you here? Why do you care so much about this? You look like everyone's in your way. Newsflash, dude, you're kind of an asshole. Guys, let's not... I take my studies very seriously. You disrespect the entire institution with your attitude. Whatever. Like I said before, you don't know me. And more importantly, I don't owe you a damn thing. So get the fuck off my back, alright? Jesus Christ, dude. They're at it again?
It's getting pretty old for sure.
God, can't they get along for 10 minutes without too much to ask? Oh, poor Chris, he looks so defeated. Yeah. Carlos and Brian are about to start another phase of their argument. Splitting up like this wasn't a great idea. I need to do something. Sorry, guys, but someone has to do this. I get up from my seat and head over to the other group. Chris. Bennett. I think we need to split the groups a little better. You think so? I think we're doing fine. I angle my head slightly and give Chris a mocking expression. You think this is fine? Huh. What are you getting at, Ben? Clearly you two aren't getting along, so let's fix that solution, okay? I'm gonna pair up with one of these so you're no longer together. Ooh, I like this idea. And are you sure you want to do this? I nod my head. Yeah, it's gonna save us all a headache down the line. Alrighty. We don't want to work with them. Well, shit. I'll flip a coin because, like, I forgot what route this is following, and I'm gonna do everything anyway. So, coin. All right. If it's heads, it's Brian. If it's tails, it's gonna be Carlos. All right, Carlos it is. Carlos may be a bit short-tempered, but at least he's willing to put in the effort. I think I'll have a better time working on the essay with him instead of Brian. Carlos, I want to team up with you. What? Do I have to repeat myself? No. You're choosing him over me? I nod my head and smile. Sorry, but I trust Carlos to help me more than you. Oof. He holds a hand to his chest with a pained expression. My pride was hurt for a sec, but I can deal. Don't let that stick-up Carlos's ass get in the way, man. Peace. Brian holds up a hand and returns to the desk he had earlier. Brian, are you okay with working just me now? Good job, Ben.
Good job, Ben. That seemed to work.
We'll see how long it lasts, though. It seems all those two needed is to look at each other for things to spiral out of control. Hear you. Ugh. Carlos finally speaks up, though he's staring down at the sheet on his desk. Are we going to work on the essay or not? Right. I take the desk next to him, dropping my backpack on the floor below and pulling out my copy of the brainstorm sheet. Sorry, I didn't mean to make a big deal out of this. It is okay. I thank you for what you did. I'm surprised that he's thanking me for this. It almost feels like he knows it's a problem, but maybe he doesn't know how to deal with it on his own. I finished being an awkward mess enough to straighten out my own sheet and start writing. So, what does a good society mean to you, Carlos? Work on the essay goes surprisingly smooth after settling the confrontation. By the time I'm satisfied with how I've written my outline, Chris speaks up. Alright guys, that should be a good enough start. We've got some other things to do still, so let's move on. This shouldn't take long to write. I think I'll do it as soon as I'm back at home at the door.
I'll admit, working on this right now did kinda help. It would have been tough to get everything figured out on my own.
See, I'm not wrong. If you manage your time properly, you have less stress later. Yeah, Mr. Overachiever. I still would have rather done something else. You always just ignore him, Carlos. He grunts while stuffing the worksheet into his backpack. Now, I just need to plug my laptop into the projector. Huh? I look up and see Chris is fiddling with some chords on the podium. There we go. The chalkboard lights up with the image of a computer desktop. I look up at the ceiling and see there's a device I didn't notice earlier hanging over my head. Chris pulls on a white screen that was rolled up above the chalkboard, making the projection clear. Hope you're all ready for a fun assignment now. Aw, another assignment? Oh, trust me on this one. This year's mentors all came up with this idea together as a way for our students to get to know each other. Isn't that what orientation's for? Well, not exactly. Then what were all those icebreakers about? Oh, I love icebreakers. Are we doing another one? Give me a sec, I'm opening the web page. My ears perk up when the sound of the classroom door opening reaches them. The room quickly goes silent. We all turn our heads to see who's there. No way. Yes, he's in! Maybe we'll get an answer as to what the fuck is going on with these two. Ah, there you are. I can't believe I forgot what room you were supposed to be in, dude. Russell? My jaw hangs open. Ah, fuck. He's in. Who the hell are you? Yeah, who are you?
I don't think you're in our mentorship group.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not participating in the program if that's what you're asking. Russell winks at me while taking the desk behind me. Just stopping by. Oh, hello, mate. How can I help you? Chris stops what he's doing for a moment to address the intruder. You don't recognize me, do you, Chris? I don't think I understand. Realization seems to slowly dawn on him. Russell? I thought you dropped out. You look different. I changed a few things about me since we last talked. Not that it really means much to someone like you. What are you doing here? Chris angles himself so he's protected behind the podium. Fuck, dude, he's like ready to like get his ass beat. Holy shit. Well, funny you should ask that. He leans forward and pats my shoulder. I'm here to make sure you don't screw up my friend Ben. Russell, please. Trust me, kid, I'm doing this for your own good. What's going on? I'm sorry, Chris, I don't know. You're as oblivious as ever, man. Have you even paid attention? He prefers to call Ben, for Christ's sake. What? With Chris on the rope, Russell stands and starts approaching the podium. Relax, I'm here to help. I don't think I need any. He manages to close the distance quickly, wrapping an arm around Chris's neck and pulling him close. Remember what Okay, whispering. I try listening to what's being said, but I can only make out certain words. Ah! Russell lets the trembling shepherd out of his grasp. That we could come to a little understanding, old friend. Please try to be civil, okay? Come on, civil is practically my middle name. He returns to his seat next to me and smiles. What the hell? It's all good, kid. The others stare in awe at what just happened. I'm sorry, could I get a little explanation?
I second that.
Right. I'll handle this, Chris. He stands up again and addresses the rest of the class. My name is Russell Lyons, and I'll be joining your lab session from here on. Think of me as old Chrissy Poo's new assistant. That even allowed? Well, no, of course it is. Chris and I go way back. Don't we, Chris? Yeah, we do. Good enough for me. The more the merrier. So we're getting 2 mentors for the price of 1? That's hella lit. I want to I love you, Nate, but holy fuck if I don't want to strangle him every time he says it's hella lit.
I don't know about this, guys.
I can understand your concern, I really do. I'm just here to look after Ben and make sure he has a quality education's all. Karina's eyes fall on me.
Ben.
Enough of this. Carlos stands from his seat and approaches the lion. Huh, you're a lot bigger than you look sitting down. It is clear you're not supposed to be here. It is time for you to leave. Great, another Blake. Do not make me call the police on you. That's pretty cute, not gonna lie. Better than saying you'll rip my guts out for sure. Russell snaps his fingers. Chris, I'll let you handle this. Okay. Chris. It's alright, Carlos. I've got an idea. Huh. You better not backstab me again, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Instead of fighting, why don't we just leave it up to a vote? You've got... This is your guys' lab session, so it's only fair that you have a say in what's happening. Russell's interested in joining even though he's an upperclassman like me. With a show of hands, who's willing to let him stay? Brian and Nate raise their hands. I'm down for whatever. I love meeting new people. He seems really interesting. I see Russell's eyes start rolling as he shoves his hands deeper into his pockets. Good, now only two. Now, who would rather have him leave? Carlos begrudgingly raises a hand. To my surprise, so does Karina. And then it's all left to Ben. Huh? Man, why didn't you vote? My ears perk up when he calls me Ben. We're at a tie now. Which means you're the tiebreaker. So what's it gonna be? Does Russell stay or does he leave? Play the decision game music? I'm like really tempted to just like edit that in. Russell shrugs his shoulders and leans against the chalkboard. Once again, all eyes are on me. Man, it sucks being so indecisive. We're waiting. Well, looks like I gotta make a choice. Do I side with Chris or do I side with Russell? I'm just gonna mute the music real quick and just play the stupid decision game music. Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm gonna go with Russell. Sure. Something's really not adding up here. There's gotta be a reason why Russell is so protective of me. Maybe he knows something about Chris that I don't. Even still, I wish he'd be clear about it. Honestly, just spit it out. He makes eye contact with me almost if he knows what I'm about to say. I think I'm gonna trust him on this. Out of everyone I met, he's the only one who's gone out of his way to be my friend just because he wants to be. Chris, I know it's your class, but I think it'll be easier just let Russell do his thing. What? Excellent. He steps away from the chalkboard once more and puts a hand out towards Chris. Looks like we're partners again, eh, buddy? What's this for? I said I'd be civil, didn't I? It'll be just like old times. Russell.
Excuse me, can I interrupt for a sec?
Huh? Sure, what's up?
There seems to be bad blood between you two. What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, fuck. You haven't heard about the incident from last semester? Russell is, Go ahead, tell them. Or are you too much of a coward? Fuck me, dude. You only have a backbone when it suits you, huh? I'll tell them then. Aw, shit, man. Where's the popcorn when you need it? Me? I really like this guy, don't you? It's definitely been a journey. Brian and Nate start talking to each other and giggling. Weren't we supposed to be getting a new assignment? Russell leaves Chris behind the podium standing in front of the center of the two addresses. Aw, fuck. I used to be in the mentorship program last year. Chris and I joined at the same time, so naturally we were partnered up often. Unfortunately, some bureaucratic things happened and I decided to quit. That's not quite... It's enough for now, Chris. Anyway, I've given it some thought and thought I don't think I'll rejoin the program. I would still like to help out this session if you'll let me. He claps both hands together and makes a pleading gesture to the class. Aw, yes! Give this man a job, guys. As long as it does not affect my grade, I do not care. Can we get back to what we're supposed to be doing, please? You're not enjoying the wonderful performance, Carlos. Shouldn't you talk to Dr. Shannon before joining us? Don't worry, we'll handle that later.
Alright then. Now that I've heard your side, Russell, I'm willing to give you a chance. The name's Karina.
Yeah, fucking accent with a Karina.
The name's Karina, by the way.
I shrug my shoulders. Looks like the people have spoken. You lucked out, Russell. Thanks, guys. I'll be the bestest backup mentor you'll ever have. It's decided, then. Sorry to force your hand, dude. Can we talk more later? So, you're really committed to this, huh? That's right. Great, then you get to participate in the assignment as well. Say what? With a few clicks, Chris pulls up a specific webpage he had bookmarked. As I was saying earlier, The mentors prepared a fun assignment for the first day of lab. What I'd like for everyone to do is make a playlist of your top 20 favorite songs to share on Wednesday. Ooh, that really does sound fun. Right? Yeesh, Chris definitely bounced back faster for what happened with Russell. That was my idea. Ah, fuck, new playlist unlocked. Holy shit, what the hell? I've already prepared my own playlist as an example. I'll email a link to everyone so they go, oh, wait, huh? Wait, is this like, hold on a minute. Wait. That's probably like in the extras or something. It's interesting. This is so exciting. I can't wait to hear what you've got. When you bring them in on Wednesday, we'll share them with each other in the computer lab. Russell. He just stares up at the projection blankly. Russell! Yeah, what? If you're going to be my assistant, then I need you to make a playlist too. Don't start telling me what to do. He folds his arms and taps a foot on the floor. Aw, it'll be fun. I know it will. I'm the one who came up with it. No, you didn't. The mentors did. The Russell stares at Chris for it feels like hours in the span of a couple seconds. I see how this is. Fine, if you want a playlist, you'll get a playlist. Same streaming service. Carlos takes note on the sheet of lined paper. Everyone uses that one, darling. Okay, so
playlist of 20 songs due Wednesday. Got it.
Sweet. Now I get to infect you all with my top-tier taste in music. It's nice to have an assignment that isn't so writing-oriented. Still, I'm kind of shy about sharing the music I like. Hope I don't look too weird compared to everyone else. Nate starts humming to himself, probably already figuring out what he's going to put on his playlist. Chris proceeds to give us a general overview of how to do the assignment online. Should be simple enough, and fortunately I already have an account on the service. I'm getting a little tired of all these get-to-know-you things, though. I feel like I have a pretty good idea of who these guys are. And that should pretty much cover it. What time is it? Before shutting out his laptop, he checks the clock in the corner of the screen. Ah, perfect, almost 2:45. Looks like it's time to wrap up the first day of lab. Do you have any lingering questions? For lecture, we have the essay to turn in, and for lab, we need a playlist, correct? Yep. See, I'll start on these when I have time. Well, if we're done here, I need to get going. I got football practice soon. No problem, everyone's free to go. See you all later. Without wasting a second, Brian scoops up his backpack and heads out the door. I think he already had the thing packed before Chris finished. Russell sits staring at the ceiling next to me. I wonder what compelled him to join us. Chris, do you have a moment? Always. Something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. Can we talk in private? Carlos takes Chris in one of the corners of the classroom. Just like at orientation, he whispers something into Chris's ear. Oh, congratulations, Carlos! Not so loud. Sorry. I know you'll do well. Thank you for your help. I have to go now. Luck. Carlos leaves the room not long after. Karina, Brian, Nate, and Carlos. Huh? Nothing, just trying to get your names down. You know, being your backup mentor and all. You totally owe me an explanation for all this. Patience? I haven't let you down yet, have I? No, I suppose you haven't. Honestly, I expected this to get a little ugly. I'm pretty pleased with the outcome, actually. I'm surprised you're able to talk to Chris after everything you said about him. You can actively dislike someone and still function, kid. Yeah. Still so naive. He stands up and stretches his arms. Where are you going? I think I'm gonna take off. I could really use a smoke right now. Oh, okay. I'd asked if you'd like to join me, but... Nah, I'd rather keep my lungs intact. Right on. Catch you later, kid. He holds a hand in the air before disappearing out the door. I look forward again to see Karina talking to Chris.
So, you're going to ask Dr. Shannon about Russell?
Yes, we're probably going to do that sometime this afternoon. I'm sure she'll be fine with it. Where would you like these cords, Chris? Over by the bag, if you don't mind. No problem, darling. Thanks, Nate.
Isn't it a little strange for someone to join in like that, though?
It's been done before.
If you say so. I trust you.
Please don't tell Dr. Shannon. I'll take care of it later. Karina makes a zipping motion over her mouth.
My lips are sealed.
Thanks.
See you next session, Chris.
Bye, Karina. She pulls on the straps of her backpack and heads in my direction.
How are you doing, Ben?
Just relaxing for a moment, I guess. This is my last class for the day. She rests a hand on my desk.
So, that Russell guy sure seemed to know you well. Who is he?
Oh, he's the guy I met on the plane before orientation.
The one who drove you to Santa Lucia?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, okay, that explains it. He's really protective of you for some reason.
I know. I shrug my shoulders. I can't explain it. He pretty much just latched onto me and won't let go.
He's not stalking you, is he?
I stopped for a moment to ponder the thought. No, I don't think so. Honestly, I just think he's a lonely guy looking for friends.
Still, be careful. He seems cool enough, but you never know.
Okay, Mom. I wink at her and smirk.
Hey, I look after you too. And speaking of looking after people, I got someone I need to meet up with.
I'm tempted to ask if it's Zach, but I already know it is. Alright, don't let me hold you up.
Talk to you later, Ben.
Like the rest, she leaves the room after waving goodbye. Yikes, how many copies of the brainstorm sheet did you make? Enough to have several spares in case anyone messed up. We have erasers, Chris. Oh, that's right. Looks like Nate is helping Chris clean up. I get up from my seat and start packing my bag. I'm heading out, guys. See you later, Ben. Man, it's hard getting used to being called that after hearing Bennett for so long. Bye, Chris. Ben, don't forget we're studying tonight. Right, I remember. How does 6 p.m. in the student lounge sound? Works for me. Gives me a little time to unwind. Fabulous. I'll see you then. See you later. Oh my gosh, my students are already setting up study sessions together. I'm so glad. Ben and I are in another class together, actually. Backpack over my shoulders and leave the classroom. That was interesting. I don't really have anywhere else to be today, so I think I'm just gonna head back to the dorm. I make the finishing touches on today's letter before hitting send. And done. I stretch out my arms and lean back in my chair. That took longer to write than I expected, but that's because I had a lot to tell her this time. I wonder how weird the guys would think I am for sending these letters. The door creaks open behind me. I'm not interrupting you, am I? Zach quietly closes the door and peers in the room. Nah, it's fine. Come on in. I minimize my screen and turn to face him. Hey, yo. His tail curls in front of him, giving the impression he's guarding himself. Would you like to take a seat so we can talk? Oh, sure. Alright, Ben. You've been thinking about how you handled this since class ended. Just take it slow so you don't scare him. So, how was class day? It went fine. I have a hard time dealing with being called on. Yeah, I noticed. We're in the same freshman seminar lecture, by the way. I know. Karina and I talked about that. I didn't expect him to bring her up himself. Sorry I didn't try to help you. It's okay, I figured you were still mad, so I understood. Karina is really nice. I'm glad I met her. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. We grew up together in Colorado. I wish I had friends like that when I was younger. Wow, he's actually starting to open up right now. Whatever Karina did today, it helped. It's never too late to start making them, man. I guess. He twiddles his thumbs in his lap. Anyway, I want to apologize for how I acted last night. I didn't mean to scare you, I just got frustrated with how you reacted afterward. I know, I'm sorry too. I'm glad you liked what I played. I've only ever played in front of my parents, so I was a little freaked out you heard. Nah, man, you play super good. I used to take piano lessons when I was in elementary school, but I've probably forgotten everything about it by now. You mind if I take a look at your guitar? I don't know. I'm not gonna scratch it again, I promise. Okay. He gets up and opens the closet on his side of the room, pulling the guitar down from behind some hanging hoodies. Here you go. Please be gentle. Wow. My eyes widen at the undeniable quality of the instrument. This thing is top-notch. You even got it signed by Bubba Stanley? I rub a finger across the signature on the front. That's when I noticed where the scratch is. Yep. Oof, that drop did a number on it, though. Doesn't he own a restaurant somewhere near here? He does, yeah. After I get this fixed up, why don't we go down there and get him to resign it? What do you mean? I shake my head. I feel bad I made you scratch this beauty. I think it's only right I paid to get it repaired. You don't have to do that. Huh? Now he's staring at the floor. It's fine how it is. I'm offering to fix the damage I caused, though. I don't understand. Just leave it alone. He gets up and grabs a guitar out of my hands. What? After shoving it back in the closet, he sits down on his chair again. Why won't you let me do this for you? He turns the chair around and opens his laptop. Please, just leave it alone. Before long, I start hearing mouse clicks. He doesn't even turn his head towards me when he responds. Looks like I made him shut down again without realizing it would happen. Deflated, I turn my attention back to my own computer and sigh. At least he accepted my apology for last night. Dealing with this guy's like trying to navigate a mind. I should probably start working on that essay. My eyes wander to the clock in the corner of my screen. Ah, crap! It's a little after 6. I told Nate to study literature. I pack a few books from the class along with my notes and head out the door. Zach stares at him silently at his screen while a video plays. Hey Zach, I'm gonna be downstairs with a friend if you need me. Okay. He gives me a token response, never taking his eyes off the screen. Man, I wish you were easier to talk to. I went around the first floor a bit, not knowing exactly where the lounge is. I even managed to find a kitchen before finally coming across the room I was looking for. The entrance has a door you push open instead of one with the doorknob. I make my first steps inside, taking the atmosphere. It's not a bad setup, actually. There's a couple bookshelves on one wall with some assorted magazines, newspapers, other articles. In the center of the room stands a pool table, complete with a rack holding pool cues off to the side. Lining up the room, there's several long sofas, definitely large enough to hold at least 5 students each. Huh? I have to do a double take when I notice a figure sitting on the sofa near the far corner. For a second, I thought I saw a familiar chameleon, but the image fades away into who is actually waiting there for me. Oh, Ben, I'm so glad you remembered. Nate stands up and beckons for me to come closer. I almost thought I was gonna have to text you. Sorry about that. I got kind of lost looking for the lounge. Oh, darling, I have a phone, you know. You should have called me. I would have come to get you. Oh, it's fine. I made it. I roll my eyes and smile at him. And now I know where it is, so I won't get lost again. You're such a silly cat. Oh, come on. Let's get started for the reading for Wednesday. You bet. And that's that. I'll probably do like the other options off screen. So, thank goodness. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting time. I'm happy we got to see some context. Some shit happened with Chris and them. Like, Chris just steals ideas, I guess. Maybe Chris is, like, slowly becoming less of the best boy. We'll see. But yeah. Until next time, I don't know when next time will be, but until next time, because I know damn well I'm not gonna go away. I'm like a parasite. So, thank you for watching everything that I've done so far, and I hope you have a marvelous day. See you later.